Hammerwood is a hamlet in the civil parish of Forest Row in East Sussex, England. Its nearest town is East Grinstead, which lies approximately 3.5 miles west from the village. The village is situated on the High Weald, on the East Sussex-Kent-Surrey border. History. Early history. The village's name is derived from connections to the Wealden iron industry, and a reference to the hammer used in the furnace of the iron forge. A Romano-British iron bloomery was located near the ponds to the southeast of where the modern village, which did not exist at the time, is located, and a blast furnace existed on another site nearby from at least the 1500s. Areas of nearby woodland are similarly named, including Hammerwood, Cancerin Wood and Cinder Wood. The settlement was, for several centuries, the central part of an estate known as the Bower, and is believed to have comprised part of a medieval deer park. Development in 1792. A site to the southeast of the nucleus of the current settlement was selected by architect Benjamin Henry Latrobe and his commissioner, John Spurling, as the location on which they would build Hammerwood Park, a country house which was one of the first examples of Greek Revival architecture in Great Britain. Many of the buildings which form part of Hammerwood today were constructed in the 19th century as tied cottages to support the Hammerwood estate, which at that time consisted of c. 2,500 acres. Oswald Augustus Smith provided in 1864 for a Hammerwood Cricket Club, in 1873 for a village school for 100 children, in 1875 for the vicarage, and in 1880 for St. Stephen's Church, Hammerwood, to the design of E.P. Loftus Brock, at the cost of £7,431, as well as for a number of other buildings in Holt and East Grinstead. The population of Hammerwood reached a peak of 438 in 1891. 20th century. The Hammerwood estate entered a period of decline after the First World War, and much of the village was sold off. In c. 1930, the owner of Hammerwood Park at that time provided for a Hammerwood and Holtye village hall, next to the vicarage. There was also a Hammerwood and Holtye Women's Institute, and a Hammerwood and Holtye Men's Club. Hammerwood County Primary School closed in 1959. During the Second World War, on the 2nd of March 1944, a Heinkel He-177 of the Luftwaffe's Kampfgeschwader 100 on a bombing mission to London was shot down over Hammerwood by a Mosquito Mk-13 of No. 151 Squadron RAF at 3:15 a.m. 6 were on board the German aircraft. 4 survived, and wreckage was scattered widely in Nerrabee woodland. Hammerwood Park was requisitioned for use by the armed forces during that war, becoming home to 200 soldiers. Additionally, No. 660 Squadron RAF operated from an airstrip to the east of the village from November 1943, and the SOE flew Westland Lysanders from the same strip for a time. After the war, the house was divided into flats and the remnants of the estate were purchased by Led Zeppelin. It subsequently became derelict, before being purchased by the current owner in 1982. A program of rolling restoration continues. Hammerwood today. The village now sits in the High Weald A and B, and development is thus strictly limited. The structure of the settlement, set along a lane from the A264, has remained unchanged for more than a century. Now more than 150 years old, Hammerwood Cricket Club continues to play friendly games on Sundays throughout the summer. It won the Hartfield Tournament in 1984. Hammerwood Park has been open to the public since 1983. Tours take place at least twice weekly in summer, and musical events are held regularly. There is a Scout campsite at Hammerwood owned and operated by the Lewisham North District Scouts. St. Stephen's Church is currently under threat of dissolution and closure. A decision is to be reached by the end of 2015 subject to consultation.